Got him. Got him. Get another one. Another young man in jail, arrested for possession of marijuana. So, let me gaff about this. Today is a very sensitive topic. Very sensitive, my friends. But let me gaff about this. Let me tell you why in 2023 we're still arresting people in Guyana, throwing them in jail for possession of marijuana, cannabis. Now, I know what you want to tell me. You want to say that Francis, in half the rest of the world, people are moving towards legalization. They're releasing people that they arrested, and they're even apologizing to them. Why can't Guyana go in the same direction? Well, I have news for you, right? I'm going to explain why. And I mean, apart from this story here, is every other week you see somebody get arrested for weed. Let me show you. Every other day. Look at that. Look at that. Look at every day. Somebody's get arrested, thrown in jail. It's very easy to process these people, apparently. Some crimes in Guyana, it's very hard to go to jail for, but this is a pretty clear cut thing. You get catch with herb, you're going to jail, you're going to the court. If you've been following the news for a few years, like me, you might have found it funny that, in Guyana, we find the need even to lock up pregnant mothers, right? Give them 4 years for possession of ganja, right? It's like it's such a serious offense when you could go on Facebook Marketplace right now and buy CBD oil. That is a marijuana derivative that's being sold openly online, okay? So people are using it for insomnia and all sorts for achy joints and the like. But let me tell you the future of Guyana. The future is we're gonna continue locking up people like Miss Hopkinson here, whether you're a year pregnant or you for however long you're pregnant for. How you could be pregnant for a whole year? I got irritated on this thing. But let me tell you this, we're gonna keep locking up people like this lady and them fine hustlers who get catch with a little baggy or so. And the rest of the world are gonna continue their march toward legalization. And then at some point in the future, Guyana will say, you know what? We also gonna legalize. And at that point, the market will be flooded with overseas products. The same CBD that we could probably be using some of these abandoned cane fields to cultivate and tax and regulate. We're gonna be importing it. I know what I'm talking about. This is the future, right? And we're gonna keep locking up people like this. But why are we locking up so many people for possession of cannabis? As you can see, I can only answer your question in a mildly facetious manner. But first, I want to tell you, a few years ago, I had the opportunity to interview a Guyanese by the name of Vijay Durga, right? He's based in the US and he's a legal marijuana grower. So he came down on holiday. I was doing a TV show at that point, so I interviewed him. And, the interaction stuck in my mind. He showed up in a business suit, sat down, he talked about his products, about his growing operation and the like. And we both came to the same conclusion that where he was in the US, he's considered a young entrepreneur. And were he to be based in Guyana, he would probably be already doing his 4 years or 8 years in jail. So why are we still locking people up? Let me tell you why. Slide B, please. We are still locking people up because we treat marijuana and cocaine very differently in Guyana. And while it's very easy to catch a man on the side of the road with a couple bags in his pocket and shake him down and throw him in jail, and it represents a very easy win for the police. We have this false impression that the war on drugs is successful, it's winning. Every now and again, they catch a done stug or somebody, throw them in jail. Meanwhile, tons of cocaine are leaving this country. Let me call it foreign leaf before TikTok ban you. Foreign leaf, don't sue me, but y'all don't know people replace your milk powder enough time. You could go far back to the time when you could legit say Guyana was like a narco state. I mean, I don't know if we've return to that designation. But there was quite a lengthy period where you can consider Guyana a bit of a narco state. So, we release, you're locking up somebody for 4 years, a pregnant lady for 4 years, and a ship with a load get released for $12 million fine. Even though GRA has a container scanner, this container scanner suspiciously got broken on a number of occasions, but the scanner supposedly working and we scanning away, but other people finding things on the things where we scan. So like the scanner ain't scanning, right? So like Jamaica find this 100-pound of coke on a fishy ship. In Belgium, them find the largest foreign leaf, the largest coke bus in the world coming from Guyana, but the scanner don't scan. You know what I'm saying? The scanner just there. Ship even left in Guyana and getting seized in Ghana. You saw it. The bus raised a number of questions, particularly as it relates to the level of security in place at the country's ports, since the shipments were able to leave without being detected. It's high that. Just like they just do with it. Remember when them Dutchman find cocaine in the rum? It's in 2021, right? And then the head of the canoe said, well, we scanned the thing, but when we scan it, it didn't have nothing in it. Then we put a seal on it. Then it being in the yard, the container yard, it's now we responsible, it's the next people responsible, and then they check the seal, but the seal, they waiting to see if the seal they broke or if it didn't broke, and then the other people with the boat went to, apparently they might know, because somebody might know something, but nobody get arrested. Imagine 11.5 tons. You know how much Edo is though? You know how much Boro? Alright, let me put, it got real weight. Alright, you know what I mean? 11 tons of coke. So they find it on a ship, right? Disguised as scrap metal. It's a lot of scrap. And they only managed to arrest 2 local people. I don't know if anybody went to jail or charged, but you notice a trend here. Right, so the little cheapy man on the road, we got his 2 bag of herbs, right, and then a car now, they're gonna arrest him and then put up the stats, cause 11.5 tons gotta leave through the back door. And y'all don't come for me, right? Me ain't call nobody name. Y'all cook man them. Y'all they're good, right? It's not me job to bring y'all down. Y'all do what y'all doing, right? Cause clearly y'all living the life. Guyana is the place for y'all. All I saying is if this country really is in a position where we are allowing record-breaking shipments and these things to leave this country, the scanning, whatever, why are you fighting down them people on the road, for marijuana and cannabis? Why are you fighting them down? Why are you throwing them in jail for crimes that clearly do not equate, when other people actually moving towards monetizing, taxing this industry? It's like the world legalizing cannabis, Guyana fighting it down and throwing people in jail for it. The rest of the world fighting hard drugs like cocaine and heroin. Guyana seems like it's an open border policy. Seems like, right? So I'm wondering today, but I feel like I can see the future. It's white.